चले हैं फरिश्ते इतिहास रचने, युग को जग को बदलने चले हैं फरिश्ते, इतिहास रचने, युग को बदलने, ये जग को बदलने। सभी की दुआएं, सभी की मुबारक, रतन जा रहे प्रभु को प्रत्यक्ष करने चले हैं फरिश्ते। वरदानी हाथों की है छत्र छाया, सदा साथ बाबा है बनकर के साया। वरदानी हाथों की है छत्र छाया, सदा साथ बाबा है बनकर के साया। विजय का तिलक भाल पर अपने लेके चले तीर हरने, शक्ति को भरने चले हैं फरिश्ते। बाबा ही बाबा की महिमा सुनाना, मिला जो खजाना वो सब में लुटाना। बाबा ही बाबा की महिमा सुनाना, मिला जो खजाना वो सब में लुटाना। सूखी धरा पर प्यासे दिलों पर जाते हैं बनकर ये बादल बरसने चले हैं फरिश्ते। विदाई नहीं है ये दिल की बधाई, फिर आँख ये किस लिए है भराई। विदाई नहीं है ये दिल की बधाई, फिर आँख ये किस लिए है भराई। ममता की मूरत ये बाबा की सूरत, जाते हैं बच्चों को आंचल में भरने चले हैं फरिश्ते। इतिहास रचने, युग को बदलने, ये जग को बदलने। सभी की दुआएं, सभी की मुबारक, रतन जा रहे प्रभु को प्रत्यक्ष करने चले हैं फरिश्ते। चले हैं फरिश्ते, चले हैं फरिश्ते।
Mic ample Yaltung ample Yatongoli the Byron. Om Shanti. Morning Murli. 7th of December 2022. Baptada Madhuban has said, sweet children, don't sit here and there and waste your time doing useless things. Stay in remembrance of the Father, and your time will then be used in a worthwhile way. Question: which children can glorify the Father's name? Which children can glorify the Father's name? Answer: those who serve in the same way as the Father. If you perform every action in the same way as the Father, you will receive a great reward. Baba is inspiring your children to make effort in order to make us equal to him. Second question: who would be called introverted? Who would be called introverted? How is your introversion unique? Answer: to remain soul consciousness is to be introverted. You souls have to listen to everything from the Father alone. To connect your intellect in yoga to only the one Father and become virtuous is your unique introversion. Song: Solutions to Shiva. Salutations to Shiva. Sorry. Salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti. Sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, you heard the song. You heard the Father's praise. You children review the reward of the Father's praise, and you then glorify the Father's name. However, you can only show him when you do the same service that he does. Such children will receive a great reward. You children now exist in practical form. Devotees simply sing his praise. You know that Baptada is personally sitting in front of you at the confluence age. The Father would definitely tell you this through the body of Dada. Your children have the firm faith that you will make effort and definitely become equal to the Father. The Father is a purifier and the ocean of knowledge. You purifiers, you Ganges of knowledge, have emerged from him. Why is Ganges said? Because all of you are Brits. You are all called the Ganges of knowledge. You children have the intoxication that you are following Srimad, and that you can give all human beings of the world the happiness that no one else can give. The Father has now come to give everyone salvation, and he gives it through you children, because he is Karan Karavankar. Therefore, you definitely have to follow the Srimad of such a Father. The Father says, whatever service any of you do, and to whatever extent they do service, they will accordingly review a high reward for 21 words. However, if it is not in the fortune of some, they won't do anything. It is very easy. It is very easy. Day by day, the Father continued to give very good points. The Father says, fill your aprons and much as you want. You can tell whether you are filling your aprons very well or whether you are wasting your time. On the path of devotion, you wasted a lot of the time and lot of energy. You wasted your money and your effort still went to waste. Look how much effort they make. They do so much chatting, tapasya, giving donations, going on pilgrimage, etc. All of that happens according to the drama. It is now a question of effort. Nothing can be done about that which has passed. It will repeat at its own time. The Father says, now follow Srimad. Don't waste your time here and there. Use your time in a very faithful way in remembrance of the Father. There are many children who hear what the Father says with one ear and let it out through the other. Those who imbibe this very well will then also definitely serve others. They will don't waste their time anywhere. There are many children who remain extroverted throughout the whole day. You children have to make effort to become introverted. Souls are inside. You have to have the faith that the Father is telling your souls. Children, you have to remain soul consciousness. This is real introversion. Our way of becoming introverted to totally unique. You souls that are inside have to listen to everything from the Father. The Father repeatedly explained to you children with love. You have to learn from the mother, the father, and the special brothers and sisters who do very good service. Even though everyone still have a defect in them, it is also sung. I am without virtue. I have no virtue. Your children now have to become virtuous. You can only become that when your intellect are connected in yoga to the Father. Maya will make you wanted around a great deal. Some children continue to fall and climb up. Those who remain body consciousness continue to fall. Those who remain soul consciousness do not fall. They promise the Father that they will definitely do this take, that they will definitely become completely pure. You would have the firm faith inside that you will claim your full inheritance from the Father, and then you will not waste your time doing useless things. Your children have to do everything for the livelihood of your bodies. To renounce one's home and family is the work of Hatha Yogi Sannyasis. You have to look after your creation very well and also have the faith in your hearts that whatever you see with those eyes is going to be destroyed. By having attachment to those things, you harm yourselves. You attachment to only the one Father. The main thing is purity. It is because of this that there are many upheavals. There isn't as much upheaval because of anger. The Father says, the vice of lust exists in everyone at this time. Everyone is born through vice. You can explain that you are helping to make degraded ones elevated. You children now have to become soul consciousness. Remember the purifier Father. You also call out, "Oh, purifier, come." So what would he do when he does come? Surely he would make you pure. Here it is not a question of bathing. The Father says, constantly remember me alone. There is no other way. It is only with the fire of yoga that you will become pure from impure. From the iron age, you will go to the golden age. This is the only way. There is other way. There is only the medicine for all the illnesses. Remembrance of the Father. It is through this that all sorrow will be removed. By remembering the Father, you will also remember your inheritance. The Father means the inheritance. No matter how poor and physical father may be, he would definitely give you inheritance, even if it were only both a few pennies or even some utensils. utensils, etc. Therefore, you first have to remember the father, and then the inheritance. The father says, Manmana bhav, Matyaji bhav. The father is explaining to you the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures. No one else knows this extents. The father tells you directly, children renounce body consciousness. You should understand that the father is speaking to you souls. The incorporeal father would speak to incorporeal children. You children are listening through your ears. It is you who do everything under two circumstance must you children become body consciousness. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the father. Also do service, because it is through your bodily that you do everything. You definitely have to that. Some even become unconsciousness for some time. However, that is not an aspect of knowledge. Here you only have to make effort to remember the father, and it is in this that Maya causes a lot of obstacles. You know that you have come into the father's lap, and so you definitely have to remember the father. Even when you are preparing both, you have to remember Shiv Baba. Previously, when you used the make book, you would remember Krishna, Rama, or Guru Sanak, Guru Nanak. You used to study the Guru's versions. Only when you prepared everything will you wherein remember did it become pure. Then your practice was developed. Here too, the practice of remembering the father would be developed. It is definitely most essential for you to remember the father as much as possible when preparing walk on foot. However, some children didn't remember him. You should remind one other in the kitchen to prepare the food in remembrance of Baba. By doing this, you will become firm. Those who don't have this practice would never remember him. There is a lot of price of Brahma Bhojan, and so there must definitely be something in that. Even deities desire Brahma Bhojan. Therefore, by preparing food will in remembrance, you benefit yourselves and even those who come. By staying in remembrance, interest your intellect that you are weakness. As you make progress, some children will emerge who will be completely intoxicated, will in remembrance of the Father. Only will in remembrance will they prepare food. Just as a drug person has his own intoxication. In the same way, you children should have this intoxication of having remembrance of the spiritual father. There is a lot of benefit in this. You have to remember of the bridegrooms or the father. The father is extremely sweet. No one is as sweet as he is. People outside don't know of these things. Only those who belong to the deity religions can understand these things. You are the mother and the father. This is the price of the incorporeal father alone. The father definitely performed such as elevated tongue. This is why we prize him so much on the path of devotion. The father now says, sweet children, remove your intellect yoga from everyone else. Remove your intellect yoga from the whole world, including your own bodies, and constantly remember me alone, and your boat will go across. This is a very inexpensive bargain. However, those who make in are number wise. This is also predestined in the drama. Predestined in the drama. Baba explained to you so well. You listen to him. Some of you even imbibe in way well. Some of you even imbibe it very well. Others simply hear it with one ear and let it out through the other. Some children become refreshed here by listening to him personally, but then as soon as they go out, they forget. They don't remember anything at all. Others will repeat it very well. They will do everything practically that Baba has explained. If you woke up early in the morning and prepare food while in remembrance of Baba, that food will have a lot of power. You children should have so much intoxication of having to uplift the whole human clan. This is only for the human clan. It isn't that you will uplift animals, etc. That is their part of the drama. As are human beings, so they are for furniture. There is one rubbish in the golden age. There are so many comforts for there are so many comfort for you there. Animals and birds, they are very royal. As a human being, so all the material around them, that would be the material around those who are poor. The material of earthly people is so royal. You children know that Baba is inspiring to you earn a high income. Then it depends on how such each one does. The study is the same. Each one climbs a status number wise. There are kings of queens, subject, mains, and servant of worthy people, and main and servant of poor people, etc. It is in your intellect that you are establishing your kingdom with the power of yoga. There is no question of weapons here. That refers to him, that refers to this time. You are climbing the kingdom with the power of yoga. At this time, you are Brahmins, Shaktis, deities, and God dresses in the golden will not have any weapons, etc. Everything that they have shown refers to the present time. The sword of knowledge, the weapon of knowledge. They have then taken all the time. They have to taken all them to be physical. Your purchase and your characters are how both chanting. You are becoming beautiful form from ugly. You are becoming full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full. It depends on how much effort each of you makes. There cannot be any list here. If there is something ugly inside, that would also be visible externally. Baba says, children, become so sweet that everyone wonders who made you as you are. You have the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. It is only by knowing this circle that you will become rulers of the globe. Put off a board saying that the Father is the creator and that he alone it's giving us all this knowledge. You are Brahmins. You are Brahmins. You cats is unique. The Father is giving knowledge to you Brahmins who are the month born creation of Brahma. Therefore, you should have so much love for Shiva Baba. However, even very good first class children fail in yoga. However, even very good first class children fail in yoga. So, knowledge is very easy. They even speak Murlis very well. But yoga does require effort. It requires effort to have your sins absolved with remembrance. It is in this that many fail. God speaks. I have come to change your form from human beings into deities, pure from impure. Only by studying knowledge of salvation received. Therefore, the ocean of knowledge definitely has to give knowledge. Neither the water of oceans nor of rivers can purify you. You children now understand that you are establishing a kingdom of yourselves. You are becoming soul consciousness. You claim your inheritance of knowledge from Baba and become the master of the world. There is a vast difference between their intellect, and your intellects. All of those people do everything for destruction, whereas everything you do for establishment. You mustn't forget these things. However, those who didn't have it in their fortune don't imbibe these things. You should make effort to climb a high status, to pass and climb a high number. To pass and climb a high number. You do decide this, but you aren't able to make that effort. This study is unlimited. The Father gives you the sovereignty of the world. It is wonder. He says with a lot of one a guy. He says with a lot of love. Children, remember me. You have to remember him deep in your very bones. The Father has come one again. We will definitely follow the Father's directions and claim our full inheritance. Baba, we know you. Some haven't even seen Baba, and yet they review a torching will just sitting at home. Some become intoxicated by hearing just a little. Their fortune also accompanies them. Some are influenced by bad company and they buy. Some are influenced by bad company and so they stop studying. Those who follow Ravan's dictates and separate from those who follow God's direction. You children now have the kingdom is being established with the power of yoga. There are many types of physical power. There is only one type of yoga power. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptara. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First, become introverted and listen to only the father. Connect your intellect in yoga to only the one father and become virtuous. Don't become introverted. Second, remain in the intoxication of remembering the spiritual father while preparing and eating food. Become a firm yogi. Remain in the intoxication of remembering the spiritual father while preparing and eating food. Become a firm yogi. Blessings. May you become full of unbroken peace and happiness by making storm into gift with the awareness of your self sovereignty. In order to experience a life full of unbroken peace and happiness, become a master of yourself. For a self-sovereign stone become gift to make your experience in the flying states. Such souls do not experience happiness on the basis of facilities, salvation or price, but they experience unbroken peace and happiness on the basis of godly attachment. Basics of godly attachment. A situation that make everyone peaceless cannot break your unbroken peace. Slogan. In order to experience fullness, constantly give blessing and review blessings. In order to experience fullness constantly, give blessings and review blessings. Om Shanti.